We're going to share with you some of the stuff we do in our warm-ups before the sessions we run at UNC. And so what I'll need is, why don't all you ladies come over here? And let me have the group, what system you guys play? 4-4-2? What do you guys do? Let me have the 4 starting midfielders, 2 starting front runners in that grid there. And let's have one of the starting center backs. So if we could have those 7 in that group. So the 2 starting front runners, 4 starting midfielders, and one of the starting center backs. All right, if the rest of you wouldn't mind just hanging out right here, sit down, kick back, enjoy life. We'll be dragging you guys in a minute. Okay, nothing complicated about what we're going to share with you this morning. Fundamental stuff that all of us do. And let me have 4 or 5 of you just gather all the balls and just keep feeding balls to my feet. So wherever the balls are, just feed them into me. So yeah, have it right here. Okay, classical 5v2 stuff. And let me show you how we work it at UNC. We actually coach the 5v2. So inside the center grid, girls, just set up in a 5v2, start pinging it around. So 2 players are in the middle. Quickly. And play. So here we go. Play. So just fundamental stuff in 5v2. And we'll share the details that we share. Okay, now, the first thing we're going to talk about is movement. Right now, you can sense, even from the first 2 or 3 seconds, wherever the ball was, no one shifted. It's almost, and actually most players play like this. They feel like if they're standing somewhere in the grid, it's the obligation of the person with the ball to get them the ball. Now we're going to see if we can get a little bit of movement. So what we're going to encourage right here is if she gets the ball there, we need a close supporting option on either side. So you guys have to be moving towards the ball, left or right of her. And then one of you guys should be playing the split, who's ever the logical player to play the split, with the other one anticipating if the ball's going to be split or if it's served to your teammate partner on the other side of you. So what we're going to get involved right now is movement. Now, when I started coaching in the mid-70s, we played 5v2. I didn't do any coaching. I just let them play. And I discovered that stuff that was incredibly obvious to me is not obvious to the players, like fundamental movement. So we started coaching absolutely everything. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to critique every single mistake they make until they can sort out the correct decisions to make and what mistakes they shouldn't be making in this. So keep going, girls. Here we go. All right, not bad. Keep going. Here we go. So yeah, keep grabbing the balls. Yeah, we'll keep pushing them in here. All right, and hold. Now, what we don't want to see is, hold it up, girls. If you play it into her, don't run away from her. Whenever you play it left or right, be moving in the direction where you play the ball. So if you're going to play it into her, your first step is actually in her direction. So if I'm going to play here, I'm going to be right next to her. If she plays it back to me, play it back, come towards me. So wherever you play it, you're moving in the direction of wherever you play the ball, except obviously if you're playing the split. So if I'm moving here, the motion to pass it is actually the motion of my first step. So a lot of us play the game like this. We do this, we rock back, and then we move forward. No, what I want to see is the passing motion and my step are the same thing. So watch, if I'm playing it here, that's actually a part of my step. See, when you passed it, your foot went back. So it's this sort of stuff. Okay, play it to me, no. And then step. So when I'm playing it, that's my step. Yeah, good. So here it is. Good. So this is the way we're going to play. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the movement is, while you're passing the ball, it's your first step in that direction. So we're never going to desert the player left or right. Play. And then obviously if you make a mistake, so flip in and out. So if she screws up, you're out, she's in. Same sort of penalties we all play in the 5v2. And play. All right, good. Keep going. And play. Okay, you backed up on that serve. Try to play, move towards them. Yeah, don't worry about the balls. We have our shaggers here. Nice. Okay, you're still moving away after you play it. Move towards her when you play it. Keep shifting out. If you make a mistake, you're out. Good. Now, hang on. as she got it, you are clearing out. I don't want you to clear out. As she gets close, you're actually moving towards her. She's got a decision to make. She doesn't have to use you, but she wants close support. So that if this is the defender, stay there, and that's the attacking personality, and this player's getting the ball, don't move yet. As she gets close, now start to move towards her, you're going to get closer and closer and closer to her. I have no issue with you being here as she gets close, because as you're further away, the odds of you getting the ball are remote, so you're going to move towards her. So don't get in the habit of moving away, get in the habit of moving towards the person. Does that make sense? So the other thing is your first step, left or right, is the pass. So we're passing and stepping in that motion. So here we go, play. Okay, now just move towards her. Don't move like a combination. We're going to do combinations in a minute. Move towards her, and play. Go ahead, shift out and play. Here we go. Better. Here we go. Play this. Play this. Good. Play this. All right, great. Play that one. You got it. Here we go. Play. Move towards her. Move towards her. Good. And play. All right, now I'll take it up a level. Just decisions on 1 or 2. If you're played a perfect pass with perfect pace and perfect accuracy, play 1. If you're served a poor pass and you have time, play 2, which means if you play a bouncing ball into her and she has no pressure, you're allowed to clean it up to get it back on the ground, make it easy for us. If you're under severe pressure, always play 1. So there are 2 environments for 1. What are they? What's 1 environment? Yeah, if the ball's played perfectly into you, perfect pace, perfect accuracy, play 1. What's the other environment for 1 touch? Severe pressure, play 1. Just play it into a seam if you're pressured by 2 players, or play it left or right where your teammates should be. If you got time and it's a bad ball, play 2. So let's see if we can get into that rhythm. Here we go, let's play. Good. Good, and be moving. Good. Good idea to clean it up because it was bouncing. Play this. That could have been 1. That could have been 1. Well done. I play this. Play this. Good. Good. That could have been 1. And play. Play. Too slow. In transition, let's get it in play immediately. Play this. Play this. And be moving. Be moving. A lot of us are still moving away when we play it. Step towards her when you play it. Play this. Nice. This is a good rhythm. Good. Okay, you don't have to skip pass. Find her. That's the easiest pass for you. Don't find her unless you're splitting. Nicely done. Move towards her. Play on. Play this. Here we go. Be moving towards her. You're moving away. Play the split. If she has a split option, we'd have someone in the split. Good. Way to move towards her. Play that. Play immediately. Good. Play this. Nice. Play this. You're running away. Move towards her. Move towards her. Play 1. Good. Play 1. Play 1. You're moving away. 17, what's your name? Whenever you play it into her, for some reason you turn it into a frozen popsicle. I haven't figured it out yet. If you're playing it to her, I want you moving towards her. If you're playing to her, I want you moving towards her. So it's movement, 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 movement. Does this make any sense? What happens when you play it to her? Right. What happens if you play it to her? All right, here we go. Balls in play. Better. Okay, now you're running away. Number 4, don't run away. Play it to her, move towards her. Play and move. Good. 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 Good decision to clean it up. Play this. That could have been 1. That could have been 1. That was 1. That was good. Play 1. 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 This is very good. Okay, now, after you've played it into her, you stopped and she didn't have an option when she played it back to you. When you play it into her, keep moving towards her. But that last series was a very good rhythm. So play this. Here we go. Good. Good. Now the hard part is when you play it in and move, play it with a pace she can handle. So here we go, and play. Okay, now when you played it to her, what did you do? You moved away. Don't move away. All I want when I'm playing in a game is I want to know if I get the ball, someone is moving towards me here, someone is moving towards me here. That's all I want to know from my teammates, that you're not deserting me. So you don't have to find space in this. I just want support. So support is left and right, so be moving left and right whenever the person on your left or right gets the ball. Here we go. Good. Good. This is better. Play this. Play this. Good pace. Good. And move towards her. Good decision. Good. Nice. 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 Play this. And play. And play. Play this. Relax. Good. Good pace. Okay, this is too slow. If we stay in the two-touch rhythm, we'll eventually be caught. Play one as often as you can, and play the ball. And here we go. Good, 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 good. Okay, for some reason you're camped out on the right side of the grid when she was getting the ball here. As you see the ball rolling into her, you're moving towards her to give her close support. So we're still active and we're still moving. Here we go. Less pace. Play this. Here we go. Move towards her. Move towards her. Good decision to clean it up. You had time. Move towards her. Play this. A little bit more movement left to right. Good. Good. Play this. Move towards her. First you moved away, then you move towards her. Try to move towards her while you pass. Move towards her. We're still rocking back. I would say only 1/3 of us is moving towards the, there it is. Good, good. Now, you didn't move number 4 until she got it. As the ball's rolling into her, you're moving. So here we go, play. Good, good, move. Play this. Play the split off the ball. Here we go. Move, move. Okay, the reason you didn't get it is you didn't move. Here's what happened. You played it from there, and then you stopped, and then the defender cut you off. So you did this, you rocked back, and then she tried to get it back to you, and the defender cut you off. Give me the ball. If you had done this and moved towards her, you would have been in here, the defender wouldn't have cut you off. So all get in the habit, when you play it left or right, to move with the step you're passing it with. That's the highest level of the game. Here we go. You didn't move. Good decision to play one and to move. This is much better. Now, obviously, you got to know where to go. You were closed down on this side, so open up and go to the other side. So now what I want you guys to be conscious of, as often as you can when you're playing 2, make sure you're playing the ball across your standing leg. So if you're going to play 2, the ball's being played into her, don't play it with your left leg, play it with your right. So now, if you're going to play 2, play to open up. If you're not going to play to open up, play 1. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you have the time to play 2, let's play it across your standing leg, so in the reception, we're opening up to the field. So there's movement, there is basically playing it across your standing leg, and then there's the decision to play 1 or 2. So here we go, let's play. And play. Good. Way to move immediately. Good, good. Playing it across the standing leg, good. Now, you did it well because you received it across the standing leg, but then you jammed it back there and she was on. So if you're going to play it across the standing leg, have the vision to see where the open player is and play it in that direction. So here we go, let's play. Move towards her, good. Nicely done on the split. And play. And play. We'll play this. Here we go. If you're going to play 2, open up and play it with your back leg. Other than that, play 1. Not bad. 17, move towards the ball next time. You deserted your buddy out here. She got it to you, but it would have been easier if you had been moving towards her. Now, obviously, if someone's moving towards you, you can't shoot it into their kneecaps. What you have to do is to take some pace off, anticipating their movement towards you, and play. Good pace, good, good, good. Nice, relax, good. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, not bad though. The movement's good, and play. Good, playing across the standing leg. Both of you very good on the two-touch rhythm. Nicely done. Good pace on the split. Okay, I'm seeing this a lot. Don't skip pass unless you're sure. Just play it into her. All we want in this is possession. So obviously if you got the split, that's always the option we look for. But a lot of you guys are looking to skip when the best option is just the close player. So unless you're sure you can skip pass, in other words, skip a player, don't skip pass. Just play it into the person next to you and look for the split. But the rhythm's looking pretty good. So here we go. Let's play. Yeah, first one's free. Well done. Well done. Good composure. If you're going to two-touch, play it across the standing leg. Nice. Relax. Move towards her. Not bad. And play. Nice composure. All right, good decision to two-touch it. All right, now we're going to go up a level. What we're going to do now is, let's move these balls back outside the larger grid, and yeah, take them all with you. Now what we're going to do, and this is exactly what we do at UNC, after a very brief warm-up of maybe 5 or 6 or 7 minutes of this, with me constantly coaching, I will correct every single mistake. I will correct mistakes of accuracy, mistakes of pace, mistakes of decision-making. I will correct every single part of this session. And keep in mind, the kids I'm working with, these are the Lori Kolupnys, the Lindsay Tarpleys, these are some of the best players in America that are now starting on the full team for the United States. I am correcting every single mistake they make. And I never used to, but all of a sudden it dawned on me that this is the one environment where we can correct absolutely everything, like what you're seeing here. These are quality players, and yet even quality players are going to constantly make mistakes unless you force them to be perfect players. So please don't feel like in the 5v2 it's just a warm-up. It's not. They play this environment. I don't care where you go in the world. Everyone is playing the 5v2. If everyone is playing the 5v2, then surely what we should do is take it to our highest level by coaching it. So after we've done this for a bit, and keep in mind we carry a roster of between 26 and 30 players, so we've got 4 goalkeepers in this roster. We've usually got at least 4 to 6 players that are hurt at any given time during the year. So what happens in this is we've got 3 of these grids going. I'm coaching the starting front 7. We play a 3-4-3, so we have 4 midfielders and 3 front runners. I am coaching the starting front 7. If I have an injury, I consult with my players, and they get to pick who they want to promote from the 2nd division. We call our 5v2 the 1st division because in theory my midfielders and my strikers are better than my defenders, who we call the brick masons. The brick masons, they try to trap a ball and it goes further than most of us that can kick it. Those are our defenders. So every now and again we'll promote a brick mason, or we'll promote a reserve front runner, reserve midfielder. But I'm here. The brick masons, who are my starting and reserve backs, are in this grid, and then the balance of the team is in a 3rd grid. I coach this one. My assistant, Bill Palladino, who coaches the defense, and the brick masons, coaches this one. My goalkeeper coaches in the far grid, and the goalkeepers are actually in the far grid unless he's warming them up, and so we've got this thing going on. Now, what happens with my grid is now we get to the highest level in this, and you'll see what's going to happen now. Now, inside the confines of this grid, we're going to try to keep the ball in the air. So you're going to lift it to anyone you like. Once it's in the air, don't let it hit the ground. So I'm going to lift it across the grid. Are you awake? So here we go. Yeah, well done, girls. Explosive motion to try to seek that ball out. You get to go after it. I'm sorry, did I fail to mention that part? Yeah, so go after this and keep it in the air and try to find one of us. Can you lift it? Now, the defenders can go get it. Now, what you want is you're allowed to juggle it if it comes to you, but if a defender's near you, I wouldn't juggle it. And there's no restriction on the space. So you can go wherever you like, but please start in here. Once the ball hits the ground, then you can maintain possession in as much space as you like, unless the defender touches it. If the defender touches the same rules as the other game, you're now in the middle. Does that make sense? So let's assume it goes up in the air and it bounces. Get the ball into control as quickly as possible. Don't let a defender touch it. You guys move as wide as you can, and then with possession, try to get the ball into the grid with the ball on the ground. Once it's in the grid, then the grid's dimensions are our parameters of possession. Does that make sense? But ideally, right now, you're keeping everything in the air. Now, don't worry, it'll take you some time to get better at this. So go ahead, lift it to anyone on your team. Play, play. Play, 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 play. All right, good enough. Now, obviously, if it goes out of bounds, we'll stop it. Once the ball hits the ground, the ball is in play, and you guys maintain possession as you fight to get it back in the grid. So here we go. Try to keep it in the air as long as you can. Yep. Good. In the air. Good. In the air. Keep it going. All right, now the girl who headed it to her is in the middle. And we again lift it. Now here, before we start up, one of the huge issues I find in the women's game, when the ball's in the air and we're heading it, most of my girls, even at my level, just sort of headed towards the other team's goal. They have no idea of possessing a ball in the air. So the ball comes to my center back in the air. She's not seeking out the holding midfielder or the attacking center half for a header. She's just trying to head it towards the other team's goal, which is certainly a beginning point, but it's nowhere where you ultimately want to be. So what I want you guys to be able to do with your heads is to see where the defenders are. Now, there are 5 of you. There are only 2 of them. Don't head it towards them. Head it towards someone else that's on your team. So let's direct these headers and not give it away. So here we go. Play. Good. It's in play. It's in play. Help her. All right, defender won it, so now she goes out and you move back in. And here's the other issue that you're going to find. Isn't it extraordinary? We've only got 2 defenders, and that one defender took the ball away from her, and she's got all this space to use. So we want to see if we can get to a higher level by not giving them any boundaries. Now, one of the issues is her support players will be late in arriving, but the other issue is she'll have no sense of where the defender is, and the defender will just strip her. So a lot of elements involved in this. So here we go. Let's play. Yep. Keep going. Good. Good. This is very good. Get up. Good. Play it. Play it. All right. Leave it on the ground. Leave it on the ground. Now, you're in the grid. Don't leave the grid. Don't leave the grid. Okay, now hang on. Now, because you left the grid after it got in there, you have to jump in the middle. Do you understand what I mean once we get it back in the grid on the ground? Once it's in the grid on the ground, these are our parameters. Does that make any sense? So we're working to get it back in the grid. Then it's a regular 5v2. Don't give the ball away. So here we go. Let's play. Good. All right, you're in the middle. And play. Good. Good. Win it. Good. Try to direct that. Okay, then there's the issue. The classical issue is this. She's under a little bit of pressure. So rather than head to a teammate, she's just trying to win it and then wins it right into a defender. Obviously, you're trying to win it, but you're trying to direct it towards a teammate. So here we go. Let's play. Good. 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 This is very good. All right, now, obviously, if we're going to misplay it, try not to misplay it into a defender. But still, that was a great series in the air. Well done, ladies. Well done. Now it's on the ground. Get it on the ground. Once it's on the ground, leave it on the ground. Keep playing. Keep playing. Get it in the grid. Once it's in the grid, it stays in the grid. Don't let them have it. Do not let them have it. All right, out of the grid. Here we go. Now, here's the challenge. Now, hang on before we go again. What you're seeing is obviously the challenge is the real game. Once the ball is bouncing, do we have the capacity to clean it up by getting it on the ground? Once we do that, can we now remain composed as we're reorganizing our shape to maintain possession? So that's the challenge. Let's see if we can get there. Here we go. Well done. Don't let her have it. Okay, leave it on the ground and switch out and play. Lift it up. Good. 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 It's in play. It's in play. It's in play. It's in play. Don't let her have it. Don't let her have it. Relax. Okay, can't leave the grid. Bummer. Now, obviously, you play it into her and you stopped. If you had played it into her and kept moving towards her, she could have had an option. So here we go. All the details of what we shared before are still a part of this, which is the real game. Good? Good? Oh, nice skill. Nice skill. Ball's in play. Move. I can't believe the coach fed it to the defender. Someone pick him up and escort him from the room. Here we go. Lift it up. It's in play, it's in play, it's in play. Clean it up, clean it up. Relax, get it in the grid. Oh yeah, good stuff. Don't give it away, move towards her. All right, I think the defender hit that. And here we go. It's in play, clean it up. Clean it up, get it in the grid. Don't give it to him, don't give it to him, don't give it to him, bummer. I got one, play this. And here we go. That's called suicide. Go ahead, you're in. And play. Get it in the air. Here we go. All right, switch out and play. Girls, this is not easy. Direct it. Actually, what we'll do, just to make it easy for us, we'll give you the first one free. But if you can, try not to hit it near a defender. Play this, play this, play this, play this, play this, play this. Bummer, I think it hit the defender. All we got to do in this is nick it and we're out. And lift it, here we go. Well done, well done. Good, good choice. Win it. It's in play. Well done. Nice header. Again, let's move a little bit more. Give her an easy angle. Try not to let the defender touch it. And we'll play this one. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a good series here, and we'll close on the next good series. Here we go. Lift it up. Play this. Play on, play on, play on, play on, play on, play on, play on. Help her. She doesn't have any support left or right. Get left or right of her. All right, now, don't let it leave the grid. And everybody be moving. Where's her support, left or right? Where's her support? Where's her support? Where's her support? All right, not bad. Give me a nice round of applause. This is not easy. Okay. After we've done that for a while, and that is certainly not easy, we'll do the first stuff for 5 or 6 minutes. We'll do this stuff for 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll finish with this. Move in again with a couple of the balls, ladies. Stay on the grid. Now we're going to play one touch. There are going to be winners and losers in the one touch. Basically what's going to happen is let's set as an attacking goal what we have with our women at UNC. At UNC, in this size grid, we want 5 one touches for the attackers to win. If you guys can string together 5, and keep in mind the first one's free, you guys have a victory. So we'll start the standard where we have it at UNC, which is 5 for an attacking victory. Anything less than that is a defensive victory. First one's free. So here we go. Ball's in play. 1, 2, 3. Defense wins. Play. 1, 1, 2. Defense wins. Play. Move towards her. 1, 2. Defense wins. Let's see if we can get to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack wins. Play that. 1, 2, 3. Defense wins. Okay, now, what's your name over there? Jennifer, you haven't moved in 3 minutes. Play. 1, 2. You're still not moving, Jennifer. 3, 4, 5, 6. The kneecap was 6. Attack wins. Here we go. And be moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Defense wins. Play. 1, 2. Defense wins. Be moving when you pass it. 1. You're 17. You're out of it. Support her closely. 2, 3. Get a little closer. This obviously is the ultimate difficulty level. 1, 2, and don't run away from her. Run towards her. You played it to her and you backed up 3 steps. She was deserted. Oh yeah, the old pile driving pass into the chest. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, Defense wins. All right, we'll make the standard lower. We'll knock it down to 4. Let's see if we can get to 4 for the attack to win. 1, 2, be moving. After you played it to where you stopped, please be moving towards the person you played the ball into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack wins. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move towards her. If you had been on her left and right, you could have helped her. But this isn't bad. 4 is a good standard. Let's see if we can get to 4. Be moving, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack wins. Play this. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 4, 5, 6. Attack wins. Play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack wins. This is good, girls. Good rhythm. And play. 1. Move towards her. 2, 3. Defense wins. Play this. 1. Move towards her. 2, 3. Okay. A little less pace when she's moving to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6. Good pace. 7. Good movement. 8, 9. Should have biked it. You would have had 10. All right, here we go. Play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad though, girls. Attack wins again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good movement. 6, 7. Very good. 8, 9. Give them a nice round of applause. Well done. Okay, girls, pick up the center cones. And now let's add in a couple more. So, who's the playmaking center midfielder? Who's the center half? That one right there. You can jump in the middle of this. Okay, push all these things outside the larger grid, girls. You're the playmaker. You're going to jump in the middle here. All the girls that were involved here are on the grid somewhere. And let's get you girls that were hanging out, enjoying life. 3 of you put on the green. And let's have 3 of you ladies, if you don't mind, put on the red. Actually, yeah, 3 of you put on the red. Okay, so we start out fundamentally what you saw in the simple stuff, the 5v2, but I guess what I'm trying to share with you is don't make the 5v2 something that we don't coach. There's so many elements in it that we can use to take our players to higher levels, so use that as an actual training environment. Now we're going to make this a little bit more complicated. We'll need you guys to step off the grid to begin with, and let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll play with 7. We'll try that against the 3. Okay, now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this. We use this again to train the same sorts of things we were training in the 5v2, but now with a larger grid. So what we're going to do right now is just play possession of this grid. You girls in green, if you win the ball 5 times, you're out of there. Now, just kicking it out of the grid doesn't work. You actually have to possess it. Does that make sense? So you girls in the grid, just because green touches it doesn't mean that they have possession. No, they actually have to possess it, you know, put their foot on top of it or interpass a little for them to possess it. The whole idea here is we're always going to look for our playmaker, which is this young lady in the middle. Her challenge is to see if she can change the point of the attack. So as often as you can, if you get the ball from one side, you're trying to get to the other side. You girls in the grid, you have a 2-touch restriction. Same rules we set up for you in the 5v2, which are 1 and 2 touch. When do we play 1? When do we play 2? So let's talk about that. See if anyone remembers. When do we play 1? Anyone? Under pressure, or if it's a perfect pass. Absolutely correct. Well done. When do we play 2? Lousy pass and what? Time. So same ideas we had, but now it's going to go up a level. Now, players are a dime a dozen that play the ball square or back. As you guys could sense from watching the Arsenal games yesterday, we don't want to play the ball square or back. We want to go to the other team's goal as fast as possible. We want to develop elite players. When I recruit a kid to come play for me at the University of North Carolina, if she has ambitions to play on the Olympic or national team, that's the kind of kid we want. So if that's the kind of kid we want, we're not going to develop her to play the ball square or back. The girls that play the ball square or back are watching the Olympics and the World Cup. I want girls that want to play in the Olympics and the World Cup. So I want to find players that can go forward. The elite players go forward. So I want you guys on the grid to find her every time she's open. Now, what you've got to have the ability to do is to not give it away. So you've got to decide whether you're going to play a right back, which is good, because that's possession at the sacrifice of trying to change the point and losing it. So you have to determine whether you're going to change the point and be successful or possibly lose it in the change. In that case, don't change, keep possession. So your job is to keep possession, but your ultimate job is to find that side. What's your job on the grid? Get it to her, but also don't give it to the greens. So if you're going to sacrifice giving it to the greens by giving it to her, don't give it to her. Maintain possession. What if she gets the ball? What are you doing? If she gets the ball, what are you doing? You're moving towards her. So left and right, we're moving towards the ball, just like in the real game that we were practicing in the 5v2. So here we go. Ball's in play. Move towards the person you're passing to. It's in play. She's got to win it. All right, it went out of bounds on greens, so she hasn't won it yet. Win 5, you're out. So greens, work yourselves to death. Don't let them have it. Okay, now hang on. Let's see. 16, what's your name? All right, Kylie, what we want you to do in this, I actually don't want you to leave the center. Just then you made a run out here. We don't need you to make a run out there. Why? Yeah, she's right there, she's right there. So basically stay packed in here. Your job the whole time is to try to split defenders. So if she has the ball there, you want to try to play the split. Now, if it's tight in here, she's probably not going to play you, but this is where I want you to be. Every place the ball goes, just be playing the split, okay? And then if they can get it into you and you can change, great, but if not, just maintain possession. So what you're doing is you're seeking a ball on the ground to your feet between defenders. So your capacity to find the tactical seams in the other team's defense is your challenge as a player right now. And we'll see if they can eventually get you the ball. So here we go. Ball's in play. Move towards her, move towards her. Stay in the middle. Kylie, stay in the middle, but get in the middle. Get in the middle. All right, you have her. Good. Change it. Good. Not bad, girls. Not bad. Get in the middle, Kylie. Good. Get in there. Okay, not bad. Now, the girls in green, too passive. So we're going to substitute you guys out and see if we can get another group that's a little bit more excited and alive. There's no way they should be passing the ball around with impunity with 3 in there. So let's have you guys go after it. I want, heart attacks from one of the people in red if you haven't won it within about 4 or 5 passes. All right, now, what we want the girls in the grid, your ambition is to see if you can consistently get to 10. The girls in red, your ambition is to never let them get to 10. As soon as you guys win 5, you're out of there, but don't let them get to 10. I'll be counting. You're still looking to find your playmaker, but you also want to make sure we have 10. Girls in red, don't ever let them get to 10. So let's go after them, put them under some pressure. Ball's in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way to look. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, who would that go off? Did it go off of 6 or the girl in red? Who did it go off of? That go off of you or the girl in red? Red. All right, then we're at 9. Here we go. 10. Keep going. 11. 12. 13. Find her. 14. Play the split. 15. 16. 17. Good rhythm. 18. Well done. Finding the split, and she's maintaining possession. 21. 22. 23. 24, 25, 26. Girls, great possession. All right, we're going to make it harder. So let's have the young lady sitting next to the goalkeeper put a red on. Very good offensively. In fact, gentlemen, ladies, let's give the girls a nice round of applause. They did very well there. All right, now we're going to make it a bit harder. We're going to introduce a 4th defender. Actually, at UNC, we play with 4, so this is very good. If they can still get to 10 with 4, I mean, that's a very elite level, and what they're doing right now with possession is very, very good. So this is doing very well. What I also like is we are finding the playmaker when she's available, so I think the group right now is doing very well in all this. So let's continue to go. Win 5 and you're out. Here we go. 1, 2. Move towards her. 3, 4, 5. Don't run away. Move towards her. 6, 7. Find her. Good. 8. Change. 9. All right. Nice idea. We have possession. 10. All right. Now the Reds have won 1. Let's see if we can get 4 more, and we throw the greens back into the grinder. So here we go. That's 1. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now don't kick it out of bounds. If you had trapped it there, you would have been at 2. But since you kick it out, they're basically at 2. So red, don't kick it out of bounds. Maintain possession in the grid. Here we go. Play. 3, 4. Good. Play the split. Kylie, you're not in the split. You're behind defenders the whole time. Play. All right, that's 2 for you guys. Well done. 3 more, you're out of there. Play this. Play the splits, Kylie. Play. 1. Play a split. She's in there. Good. 2. Change it. 3. Good. Well done, Kylie. Well done. 4, 5. Kylie, show. 6, 7. Kylie, well done. 8. Good. 9. Kylie, you should have been able to trap that. All right, it's off the defender. We're at 10. This is very good. And play. 11. Find her. Kylie, show. Is that out of bounds? Keep going, keep going. 12, 13. Good decision to clean it up. Well done, defense. That's 3. 2 more, you're out of there. Play. 1, 2, 3. Good, Kylie. Good movement. 3, 4. Good decision to clean it up. 5. All right, 4. 1 more, you're out of there, Red. 1 more, you are done. 1, 2. Find her. You had her. Good. The greens, jump in and recruit another green. Why don't you join the greens? All right, let's get in and out of here as quickly as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nicely done. 6, 7. Good rhythm. 8. Okay, way to look for her. See if we can find Kylie if she's on. Try to stay in the grid. This is good. Nicely done. Change it if you can. All right, way to go to maintain possession. Not bad. Very nicely done. Kylie, well done. Keep going. All right, 1 for the greens. 4 more, you're out of there. And play. 1. First one's free. 1. Move towards her. 2, 3. All right, it's off green, so we're at 3. Play that one, and it'll be 4. 4. Good decision to maintain possession by going backwards. 6. Like that's out. Green, what are you up to? And play. 1. All right, off a green, and play. 3, 4. 5, move towards her. 6, nicely done, nice skill. 7, 8, 9, nice pass. 10, clean it up, you've got time. 11, way to find the playmaker. 10, 12, 600, I lost count. Keep going, move towards her, move towards her, move towards her. As she gets pressure, you're running away. Please don't run away from her when she's under pressure. Please be moving towards her. That's out. How many you up to green? 2 more, you're out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good pressure. Is that off of a yellow or green? Okay, keep going. Keep moving. Move towards her, please, when she's under pressure. Good defense, green. 1 more, you're out. And play. 1, 2, 3. Nicely done. A little bit of heavy pace, but way to find her in the seam. Clean it up. Well done. All right, not bad. It's off green, so here we go. 1 more, you're out of there, green. Here we go. 1, 2. Way to change it. Yes, good. Very subtle. Good stuff, green. Give him a nice round. You're done, greens. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so We start with the 5v2. We end up in the 6+1v4, or in this case, it was 7+1v4. Now we're going to get to the combinational play game. So let's do this, girls. Why don't you get a quick drink of water while I share with the coaches what we're going to do. And do me a favor, get our top 12 players in 3 separate colors, 4 in yellow, 4 in red, 4 in green. So have that coming out of the water break. Okay, so we start out with fundamental ideas in possession, like what you're seeing, but we don't just play possession, we talk about the elements of possession, how to receive it, how to play it, how to move, and we talk about all the different elements. We start out at a very fundamental level in the 5v2. We get it a little bit more complex in the 6+1v4. And what we're after there is we talk about exactly what I shared with you. We don't want to find players that pass it square or back. They're a dime a dozen. We want to find players that basically look to penetrate. So we're always encouraging them, finding the playmaker. And what I liked about this group is they did. They were always seeking out the playmaker. Playmaker was good in possession. She was changing when she should. She maintained possession by going back when she should, because obviously what we're not going to want to sacrifice is possession in order to go forward. We're not going to just whack everything forward and then lose possession. So what we talk about at UNC is the risk-reward issues, which I think all of us should talk about as coaches, because there are times when, yes, we should go back and we should go square, but ideally, let's train our players to go for goal. Ideally, let's train them to be aggressive in possession by playing the ball forward. Now, in our system at UNC, we don't have a platform in the back where we can comfortably maintain possessions. Most teams play 4-4-2s. You can play possession in the back in a 4-4-2 against a 4-4-2 because you have 4 players back there against the 2 front runners in the other team. And actually, if you count the goalkeeper, you have 5 players back there against the 2. So surely you can maintain possession easily. In our system, the semi-flat back 1-3-4-3, we don't have the luxury of having a staging area in the back. So we can't really play it into the back easily and maintain possession with impunity the way a lot of teams can with their numbers in the back. So a lot of the games we play are reflective of the way we want our team to play, but also reflective of what our system dictates we should do. Now, we showed you some of this stuff yesterday. This is the building block, what I'm going to show you now for what we did yesterday. One of the huge issues in the women's game as well, in addition to the heading issues we talked about yesterday and the serving over distance issues we talked about yesterday, is combinational play. It's nothing that we see consistently on a regular basis at any levels of American soccer. So I think it's something we have to constantly coach. One year when I was running my summer camp, we had hired a young lady from the German full national team. And all of the teams that are out there in the world, the team that plays the best combinational play are the Germans. You can certainly see their elite level when you watch them win this recent World Cup. Well, the Germans, in terms of their combinational play, really set themselves apart. So we had this young German international staying with us one summer, working my summer camps, and so we asked her, we said, you know, what the heck do you guys do for your combinational play? And I was thinking that after about 4 or 5 nights of getting all the different exercises they did, that we would finally have a grasp on what the Germans did to make them so good in combinational play. But I was shocked when this is what she shared. She said, basically, Coach, we do one thing. I said, what do you mean? She says, we do one exercise consistently that helps us develop the ability to combine. And I said, well, what do you do? She says, well, we set up in a grid by 20 by 20. We have a 4v4 in the middle and 4 players on each of the platforms of the cube. And inside this grid of 4v4 plus 4, we combine. We try to play one touch, and it's basically knocking and moving and combinational play. So I was thinking, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this is the only thing you guys do for combinational play. She said, well, obviously we do some things in the half-field environment. We're always encouraging it in matches. But our fundamental training block for combinational play is exactly what I'm going to show you right now. We do this at UNC once a week during the regular season. There are very few things that we do once a week in the regular season, but the 2 things I've shown you so far, obviously the 5v2, which I hope all of us do, but also the 6+1v4 and the combinational play thing is what we do every single week. So for most of those national championships, we've been doing the stuff we're showing you. So the elite players that we're training have been trained in the environments we've just shown you, every single week. So what we're going to do right now is let's get the reds and the greens in the grid, and let's get the 4 girls in yellow that are going to help me out a bit, and let's have you guys standing on each of the platforms here outside the grid. So one on this side in yellow, one on that side in yellow, one on that side in yellow, one on this side in yellow. Okay, so this is what this young German player was telling me they do. And at first when I started doing this, I was thinking this is ridiculous, because first of all, as you're going to see right now, this is an incredibly difficult game to pull off. So the odds of us pulling it off are remote, but we're going to give it a shot. And we're going to give them some leeway. At UNC, we do this 1 touch the whole time. We're going to give these girls basically 2 or 3 touch if they need it. And all I want you to do, girls, is look for combinations. Now I'm going to share something with them right now, and I'm going to keep sharing this with them, and it's going to be a struggle for them to get this done properly. Here's all I want you to look for. If I am with the greens, and this person's putting me under pressure, I need 1 green to show for me over there, another green over here. And basically all I'm going to do is to play it into you. I'm going to move past this player. If you can find a seam in here to play it back to me, that's fine. Now, if you can't, because it's going to be pretty crowded in here, what I'd rather have you do is, since I'm running in this direction, just find someone on the other side of the grid, and if you can't chip it over them, find this girl here on the ground, and the player that's combining is now going to seek out that girl. So let's assume I've tried to combine through here, and I've knocked and moved, and you can't get it back to me. Now you just play it into her high. Now if you can, you're not allowed to trap it in this, because we're playing basically combinational play games, so you don't have the luxury of trapping, so ball back to me. So if I play it into you, you have to have the tactical, I guess, decision-making capability to see that it's not on, play it 1 touch into her. So here, play it into her 1 touch, I'm not on. I'm gonna run over here. Now, if you can, you play it back into me. So you've gotta be aware to see who started the combination. She's gotta be aware to see we can't combine in there, it's too crowded. And you've gotta be aware to know that I started it, and what we're gonna pull off right here is called a 3rd player combination. I pinged it into her, she pinged it into you, and you gave it back to me. I was the originating player on this series. Does that make sense? And then once I get it again, someone else challenged me, step up the challenge. Now I'm gonna try to find you, and now you play it back to me. Good, come challenge me, challenge me, challenge me. I'm gonna play it into you, you play it back to me. Come onto my back, come here, come here. I'm gonna do this, you know. And I'll tell you, playing in slow motion is wonderful. I can pull everything off. So that's obviously easy. What's going to be tough is in this environment, seeing if you can pull things off. Now, the other thing I want you to be able to do is this. If you don't have a combination because you can't face it, let's assume I'm with the reds now, so you're putting pressure on me from behind, and I can't face up. I'm going to play it into you here, and I'm going to spin off like a double pass combination, just like we did in the warm-up for one of the games yesterday. And if you can get it over the grid, so you can just chip it to her on the other side. Good. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Thank you for getting out of the way. If we can get this done, if you want to get it to the other side, that's fine. And obviously in this environment, probably the best way, give me the ball, best way you got to sort of get your toe under it to try to get it up. Does that make sense? I mean, you got to adjust what you're doing in here just because of the carpet and everything else. So you can't sort of serve a crossing ball. So there's got to be a different sort of technical element that you're going to have to pull off to get it across the grid. Okay, having said all these things, let's see how we can do in this. Now, the other issue is you guys on the sides, you've got to be actively moving. So please don't freeze where you are and expect them to get you the ball. There's always a better position with movement. So let's see if we can get there. So here we go. All right, so here we go. Ball's in play. Look to combine. And hang. Hang 1 second, 1 second. Now, what you did is I think you made a good decision to play it into her, but then you made a bad decision by playing it into her and doing what? Freezing. You can't. You had her set up. You had a player here set up. You should have played it into her, moved immediately, and gotten it back. Okay, this critique I just gave her is something I will be doing constantly because very few players at a youth level knock and move. Most of them knock it, and because they want to conserve energy, they don't move until they see that there's a possibility of success, or because their coach has just pulled out a gun and is, taking warning shots over her head, and then they move. So what I want you to do is right after you knock it, what I want you to do, just move. Now, Right now, I don't care where you move as long as you move. So if you just play it and sprint somewhere, I don't care if you sprint to the water fountain, I just want you to move. So just knock and move. So here we go, ball's in play. Good. Okay, even though you ran the wrong way, that was good. Get it back to her. Good, good, good. Very good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Combine. Show. Not bad. Not bad to find her in there. Keep going. Play it into anyone.
5 minutes.
Just decided to clear it out of bounds. Did you? Here we go. Ball's in play. Back to her. Good. And move. And play. Okay, now hang on. Now, same thing we talked about yesterday. We can't combine at a distance. You were here. Where was the closest opponent? Like way over there. Therefore, what do I have to do? What? Yeah, because I can't combine at this distance, so put me under some pressure. I got to wait till she comes near me. Does that make any sense? So don't play it in a panic. Just be patient until you get some pressure, and then when someone runs at you, combine. Now, while she's setting up the defender, I need the other 2 girls, or 3, moving to the space on either side. So let's assume I'm with the Reds. Give me the ball, put me under pressure. Where do I want my teammates? Come towards me. Where do I want my teammates? There's one. You're hiding right now. You should have been right in here. Does that make sense? Now I've got this option. I've got you, or I've got you. Right now you're behind her left leg. You're still a little bit behind her. That's better there. Does that make sense? So I need you perfectly there. I need you perfectly there. So there's a perfect position for you guys to be when she is trying to combine around this girl. Does that make sense? So everyone's active, not just the girl with the ball. So go ahead, ball's in play. Yeah, be patient. Don't dribble away, but knock and move. I would rather you dribble at an opponent than laterally. So if I'm against the greens, I'm going to go right at her. I'm not going to go this way. Does this make sense? I'm going to go at her, show what you're showing, and now we're going to do this. Does that make sense? Yeah. So go at him. Ball's in play. Good. Okay, now what are you doing, 17? 17, you should have given it back to her. Play. And move. All right, third player, find her. And move. Well done. Well done. Play it in anywhere. Play it in anywhere. Play it in. Now, look to combine. Look to combine, look to combine, and move. Look to combine, look to combine, look to combine, look to combine. Not a combination. Set her up. Not enough movement. Good, and move. And move. Relax, no one's near you. If there's no one's near you, don't play it quickly. Wait till you get pressure to look for the combination. Play it in anywhere. Patience, patience, patience. Good. Do her. Nice. Very well done. Play it in anywhere. Show, 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 show. Good. Okay, should have moved immediately, but also give her an easy angle if you're hiding behind the defender, and we'll play this ball right here.
1 minute.
Show. Play this. Be patient. Wait, 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 wait. Now do her. Yes, good. Well done. Give it back to her. Do her. Okay, as you're getting close, could you see that she was sprinting at you? You played it too late. As you see her movement towards you, play it before she closes you down. Thanks, Coach. Play this ball here, girls. All right, play this one. Here we go. Play. Look to combine. Don't look to dribble. Yeah, good. All right, you tried to set her up. Do her. Play this. Show. The Reds, you're not moving to show. Didn't look to combine. Relax. Yes, good. Way to set that up. Keep moving, get it back. Good. Way to find her. Do her again. Good. Very good. Well done. Keep going. This is good. Nicely done. Good combination. Do her again. Find her. Let her have it. Do her. Do her. I play that, play that, play that, play that, play that. Yeah. Didn't run through, you just stayed. You got to knock and run through like you're combining around her. Give it back to her. Combination. Well done. Well done. Don't run into her space if you can avoid it. Play this ball, girls. Play this one. Okay. And good enough. Give them a nice round of applause. Girls, take a quick break, and we're going to do some Q&A, and we'll pull you back in a second. I'll just field a couple questions, and then we'll set you free. So any questions on the 3 series we did today, the 5v2 stuff, the 6+1v4, or the combinational play? We'll field a couple questions, and then we'll set you free for a break. Any questions, coaches? Yes, sir, over here.
Can you just explain what it meant to receive and pass the ball over your standing leg?
Okay, he's asking about when I was talking about receiving the ball over my standing leg, what was I driving at? Here's what I'm driving at. Let's assume I am attacking that goal down there, and I am like the left back out here. If my center back has possession, and the ball is played into me, and I receive the ball when I'm unmarked with my right foot. So the ball comes from my center back to me, I'm the left back, and I receive it here with my right foot. If I receive it with my right foot, I am closed to the field I'm attacking. So what I want to do when I'm unmarked and I have no pressure, if the center back plays me the ball, even if he plays the ball behind me, I should move in a fashion that I can receive the ball across my standing leg. For the first surface that touches it is the inside of my left foot. In the reception of the pass, I can now see the field. So what I'm training in the 5v2, when the girl is unmarked and she decides to play 2-touch, is I'm training her to receive the ball across her standing leg, which is another way of having her receive the ball so she has full vision of the field. Does that make any sense? Any other questions, gentlemen? Yes, sir. He's asking with the 5v2, which is a high-level exercise, would I be concerned about using it for like U10s?
Because they may be killing space. When you're trying to teach the kids before open up, all of a sudden your coach is telling them close down, support the ball, and then in the game you're telling them, you're killing your teammates' space. So it's kind of a question of maturity when you would start to teach this.
He's asking, what level we would start to teach the fundamental tactics of the game, like all the principles I was teaching in the 5v2. Well, obviously, even at that level, we're teaching some form of possession. The nice thing about the 5v2 as a form of possession is actually for the less experienced players. You've got such a numerical superiority, 5 against 2. It's not a bad environment to start them in. If they can't really handle 5v2, then perhaps go with 5v1 or 4v1. But I would certainly teach them the ideas of possession. Whether you would introduce for a U10 playing the ball across their standing leg to open up, I'm not sure. But what I would certainly teach them are fundamental ideas of possession. And maybe at that level, the ideas would be like accuracy and pace. Does that make sense? And maybe the other details wouldn't be a part of it. But one of the issues I'm seeing happening right now, because obviously I have an opportunity to recruit the elite player, is even the elite player coming in struggles with some of the elements that we saw here because of lack of ideas of movement. And so all we're really trying to do with even the elite players is to teach movement. As you could sense from what was happening today, I was coaching movement more than anything else. But one of the biggest problems in our possessional games is a lack of movement. So that's what I would coach. All right, short break. We'll see you guys shortly. Thank you very much.